That is That's mean.
That
So,
is
yeah.
that little Curb song added to me
stuck in my head.
is so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I love there was one where I was like, who checks the mail? Yeah, you gotta laugh at yourself. That's good shit.
It's not really political, but it's still funny. I just linked something where it's just fucking Biden talking
It's
over
almost
the
2
last
minutes
couple
long.
years. Yeah, it's 2 minutes long, and he is a hoot throughout the whole thing. Do you guys want to watch this?
Oh yeah.
This is the guy they're putting forward to beat Trump.
Are you guys ready?
Can't stump the Trump. I'm ready to go.
Ready, set, play.
Friend, and she's a friend. She's been my friend in and out of public life. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. Tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday. All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. I love this place. Look, what's not to like about Vermont? One of the things I'm proud of is getting passed, getting moved, getting control of the Paris Climate Accord. I'm the guy that came back after meeting with Deng Xiaoping and making the case that
He died in 1997.
if we put pressure on them. You had people like Margaret Thatcher, you had people like the former chairman and leader of the party in Germany. Go to Joe 30330. Watch what happened when those kids from Parkland came up to see me when I was vice president. They went into and some of you covered it. It's not they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. the phone. Make sure the kids hear words. And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I love
roaches
kids jumping on my lap. Yeah,
learn about roaches and peanuts.
Dude, everybody's saying like, oh, he has a couple gaffes. It's like, no, this is not a Trump gaffe. This is not a Bernie gaffe. It's not a Warren gaffe. He is senile. He has no idea what is happening around him. No idea. Like he seems like a fucking lunatic.
I mean, I don't know. Do the Democrats really stand a chance this time around?
No. If they wanted to stand a chance, they would have put Bernie up. Yep. But even then, I'm fully ready to admit I was 100% wrong about Bernie because he lost the black vote so bad.
And the young voters, all his online support, they didn't show up.
No, they didn't show, as they always don't.
They never do.
No.
And I get that they never do. It's obviously a new batch of young people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nature of young people. But it's like you can't get youth vote. You can't bet on youth vote. You can win. I was about to say Facebook, proving how old I am. You can win Reddit. You can win TikTok or whatever the kids are on nowadays.
Twitter without winning anything real. Yeah.
But if you expect them to go to a church and close the curtain behind them and vote, they won't.
Yeah, I look forward to the meme the day that Trump is reelected, and just like, okay, boomer, because that's the ultimate okay boomers, because that's your president now for 4 more fucking years.
Yeah, Trump is going to win again.
I say, yeah, it turns out tweets aren't fucking memes, huh? Turns out you have to, tweets aren't fucking votes. Turns out you have to actually show up and do shit.
Yeah. And he, like, I've been like, I'm always just kind of peeking at Twitter at least a few times a day, seeing it. And it has been hilarious watching like hardcore Bernie bros realize that their message does not resonate at all with minority America.
He is a hardcore, diehard, in love with him, 30% of the Democrats. And that isn't enough unless the moderate vote is split 6 ways. I exaggerated with 6, but work with me. And then it turns out once Pete drops out and Klobuchar drops out and
Warren.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Warren was taking votes from Sanders, but
Oh,
from
definitely
Biden.
so.
Pete
I said it
wasn't,
wrong,
Klobuchar wasn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Warren definitely
Well,
was.
what Pete and Klobuchar were doing was taking votes from Biden, so they're splitting it so many ways.
Yeah.
And when it was like 2 going for the liberals, the progressives, and 4 or 5 going the other way, Bernie did well. They make it 2-on-2, Biden and Bloomberg versus Warren and Bernie, and he got smacked.
What the fuck was Bloomberg's point?
Don't
Tax
you
write-off.
He
You have
won
lost
American
$800
Samoa.
million.
Put some respect on his name, would you?
You know what's funny is they're like, Russia turned the election with $400,000 worth of Facebook ads. And it's like, really? And Bloomberg couldn't turn it with almost $1 billion of ads? Okay, that doesn't really feed into what you've been saying.
That is
the past
actually
4
a good
years.
point. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, so I'm
It's
going to
not.
defend that for a sec and say that astroturfing is a very real thing and that Russia supposedly astroturfed. If that's where that money had went, if you made it look like real Facebook accounts, if you made it look like real Reddit accounts, if you made it look like actual people, like that kind of pure shit really does work.
Well,
Bloomberg spent
astroturfing
$100 billion
isn't-
on influencers.
Astroturfing isn't necessarily making fake accounts and then preaching from there. Astroturfing is just forming any sort of non-grassroots campaign trying to make it look like one. And that's exactly what Bloomberg did, is he tried to make his campaign look like it was a bunch of grassroots support, when in reality, it was a bunch of people paid probably $35 an hour to tweet nonsense. And he did that. And so the same people will say that Russia turned an election when someone who spent, 10,000 times as much couldn't do it.
The
Couldn't
thing
even
is,
win a primary.
Russia wasn't buying ads, right? Maybe they bought $400,000 ads, whatever that number was, but that's not where the money went. The money went into, I forget the name of the company, but they had people at like troll farms typing, making Reddit posts, making Facebook posts, things that don't cost money aside from their hourly wages. To measure their impact in advertising dollars is inaccurate. You need to measure their impact in the number of posts they made or the number of, I don't know, just their online presence.
Do you think there was a single post on Reddit in 2016 that was pro-Trump that got
Yes,
really,
I
really
think
high?
the Donald
It was literally
became
just
the
the Donald,
biggest
which was
subreddit.
stupid.
It was huge. It was booming. It was the number one growing thing. Everything on there got like 10,000 views, and the moderators
and
would
now
pin
where is
posts to get it on the top. Well, now Trump's not as popular. He's had a disapproval rating higher than his approval rating since like 3 weeks into his presidency.
I don't know. I saw about a month or two ago that his approval rating at similar times in his presidency was higher than Obama's.
That's not true. It's never crossed Obama's at similar times in the presidency.
It did a couple months ago. Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to get nailed for fact checking here, but I can. This is actually something I look
No,
at.
it's not funny enough to matter.
But yeah, he has not surpassed Obama at any point in his presidency. Obama did have a low about 2 months ago, and it was close. But this is the sort of thing I look at. Watch me be wrong. It happens.
I know there was a point where Trump had a 48% approval and Obama had a 46 at the same time in the presidency. That was the one I was looking at.
Yeah, here you go.
Looking it up.
Yeah,
too.
there you go. See, the same way that the media was like, there's never been a worse midterm election for a president. And it's like, no, I mean, we can look at 6 years
Well,
ago.
that's true of Obama, who
Yeah,
lost
that's true
more
of
people
Obama.
than
No,
than
there was
anyone
even someone
since the
before
Industrial
Obama.
Revolution.
There was someone before Obama. Maybe it was like way back in the fucking 20s or something. But there was a president who lost even more than Obama, I'm pretty sure.
What does order mean
In what context?
in this chart right here? Like if you click my thing and go to historical comparison, it says order, president, and then highest approval. Those are the 3 columns.
Oh, order just means what order in which they were president. So 45 for Trump, 44 for Obama.
Oh, okay.
40. Did you think that was a stack ranking? You
I was
fucking
like,
retard.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I absolutely did. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
stupid thing to have. There.
Dude, George W. Bush, highest approval, 90. That was right after 9/11. Or no, wait. Yeah, right after 9/11. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Not
90%.
when he stood on the rubble and did his speech and then announced that we were going into Iraq and that it was
or Afghanistan at the time. But yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Afghanistan, Iraq didn't happen for a couple more years. But
Afghanistan was one.
he was just like, I hear you.
2003.
And pretty soon, the people that knocked down those buildings are gonna hear us all. And the crowd's like, "Fuck yeah!"
It was like your team made the Super Bowl. We were all cheering them on.
It was like they had just lost the Super Bowl. It was like they just lost a playoff game, and he was like, "But tomorrow's the Super Bowl," and they were like, "Yeah, now it's our turn." Fucking country music stars are country music's playing in New York. I'm just trying to raise a family, raise a daughter and a son. There's some guy in New York singing that shit with a Brooklyn accent.